Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. This morning we're talking literature. Specifically, we're chatting with the Bocas Lit Fest as we announce the 2022 winner for the youth. Remember what it is, Marielle? It's the Youth Bocas Writers Award.
NGC Bocas Youth Writer of the Year Award.
NGC Bocas Youth Writer of the Year Award. Marielle Forbes joins us. She, of course, is the Youth and Hospitality Manager at the Bocas Lit Fest. And we have with us the winner for 2022, which was announced in 2023.
Yes.
Yes? Mr. Rashad Hosein. Congratulations, Rashad. Welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Thanks for having me.
Now, let me start with you, Marielle. Tell us, remind us, why did we create this award? Why did NGC and Bocas Lit Fest create this award in the first place?
Well, we have a main festival, an adult festival. We have a children's festival. So we're really happy to do a very first youth festival. In 2021, we did our very first, which was virtual, and then we did our very first in-person youth festival last year in November. And the Youth Writer of the Year Award is an award that's also attached to the Youth Fest. So, of course, much like, you know, other big prizes during the other festivals, the Children's Festival and the main festival, we wanted to have this prize for young writers to encourage them, you know, to show them that, you know, writing, of course, is a very viable option as a career path, and, you know, to make sure we encourage our youth to write.
Just out of curiosity, last year's winner would have been Harmony Farrell.
Yes.
Do you guys follow up with them to see, you know, where their career would have gone from after winning that prize last year?
Yes, of course, we're really invested. And Harmony, you might know, you might not know, was a workshop facilitator at the Youth Fest in 2022 in November. So we do keep tabs on our winners, and we really try to propel them forward in their writing careers, yes.
And it's nice to see the development continue and to see the writers continue to grow, because we expect them to go from the Youth Fest into the major festival.
That's right.
Of course. Now, lots of literary work would have been put together in this pool of nominees to choose a winner from. How difficult was that process for the judges?
Well, the judges really did have a very difficult task, because the writing was really, you know, of good quality. We got 30 submissions from 27 nominees, and we had a panel of 5 judges, led by Lisa Allen Agostini. We had Marielle Forbes, Danielle Parkinson, Kevin Jared Hussain, and who am I forgetting? No one else, yes.
All right, Rashad, tell me, for you, how does it feel to win the award?
It feels good. I'm a bit surprised. I had some strong competition, but it feels good. And it's a good motivator to keep on writing.
I mean, how was the nomination? Just being nominated alone for it. How did that feel? Like when you decided, all right, I'm going to go up to be nominated.
Well, it felt good. It felt really good. Being shortlisted first, before I won. Yeah, I mean, it felt good. It felt really good.
What can you give us? Can you give us a little taste about what your piece was about that you wrote?
Right. So the piece that won was a short story called Saga, and Saga previously won the John Steinbeck Award for Fiction from Read Magazine, and well, this story actually began as an assignment. I was doing a cultural studies course, and I had to do a bit of research.
Right.
So I decided to speak to some elderly Indo-Trinidadians.
Right.
To get their story, hear about their lives, hear about their parents' lives, what things were like back then. And I decided to write a short story about their experiences. And what I noticed about their stories was there was a lot of pain in those stories, and I wanted to take that pain and turn it into art, and I did so with Saga.
Did you learn anything about your history, and did you feel connected to the work and the things that you learned when you spoke to some of those people?
Yeah, definitely. This is my heritage. I spoke to my grandmother. She gave me her story. I spoke to, these people, they have a lot of experience, a lot of things to share, and there's a lot that we can learn from them.
Yeah. I mean, you said that it started because you were doing cultural studies, and as a result of that, you had no choice but to do the research and do the work. But I imagine when you decide you're going to publish it's a whole different process altogether. How did that process happen for you?
Well, with publishing, there's a sense of vulnerability with it because you're putting your work out there. But it's part of the job. It's part of the job. And I sent out Saga to a Read magazine, which is a magazine in California, and actually the oldest literary journal in California.
Okay.
And I sent out that story to the magazine, to one of their short story competitions, the John Steinbeck Award, and it won. And then later on, I sent it to Bocas for the youth writer competition, and well, it won.
And I mean, you have not just that, but you've been able to be nominated and shortlisted and longlisted, as the case may be, for a bunch of different awards. So is this something that you're saying, I do this for the rest of my life? Like, this is it. This is what I want to do.
Yeah, this is my passion. This is what is most meaningful to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what I want to do.
And is it all centered around that cultural history and that kind of writing?
Yeah, I write primarily about Indo-Trinidadian history and culture, language, colonialism. I'm interested in philosophy, psychology, stuff like that.
This is what we like to hear. This is what we want to encourage. Yes.
Marielle, where can we get more updates about the youth festival and when it's happening again? The Bocas, the main festival, is coming up soon.
That's right. So the main festival happens at the end of April, from April 28th to 30th. The Youth Fest will happen a little later in the year. You know, you have to give us a few moments to catch our breath in between.
Yeah.
But the Youth Fest will happen a little later in the year, so stay tuned for that.
All right. I want to just backtrack a little bit. You know, we spoke about all the components that would have gone into his writing, and, you know, the cultural studies, the history, the fiction, the putting it all together, the pain and all of that stuff. What were the judges looking for to give the winner the award? Like, what is the criteria? They said, all right, this makes this particular piece of writing stand out more than the others.
Well, of course, the level at which the person is writing, as well as one of the main criteria is impact and the effect that the work would have had. Because, of course, to be nominated, someone has to nominate you. They have to say what kind of impact your work has had on them or their community or particular communities. So that was one of the main things we looked for when judging, the judges looked for when determining who the shortlisted nominees would be, and then, of course, the eventual winner.
The eventual winner.
So Rashad ticked all of the boxes. So that's why he's...
Rashad, do you know who the other shortlisted nominees were?
Yeah.
Because you said that you had a lot of competition.
Yeah, there were 4 shortlistees in
four
total.
shortlistees,
and you were familiar with their work, or you looked into their work at all? I'm wondering because I want to know about the camaraderie between writers or among writers, as the case may be.
Yeah. I spoke to one of the shortlistees, Ronaldo Katwaru, I think his name is. I gave him some advice. He's a young writer just out of high school, very talented. I had a chance to look at some of his work, and yeah, he's very promising. Yeah.
Is that something that is encouraged in the Bocas Lit Fest, that networking among writers? I know for the festival itself it happens naturally, but in terms of the youth aspect of it and the youth getting together to be able to say that they work together and they can be mentored as well.
Of course. So the 4 shortlistees were Rashad Hosein, Ronaldo Katwaru, Kavisha Cordes for poetry, and Shemaya Lewis for spoken word. And one of the things we wanted to get out of the ceremony as well is that camaraderie, to get them to meet each other, to one another, to get them to, you know, know a little more about each other's work, to get them to interact and know what their, you know, contemporaries are doing in this space. So it was really a great thing to see them finding out about each other and finding out about their work and all of that. So we're really looking towards, you know, what's coming out of not just Rashad, but, you know, the shortlistees and everybody who submitted for the prize.
Let me say thank you very much for coming this morning, Marielle, and for sharing with us. And, of course, congratulations again to you, Rashad. Rashad Hosein, the NGC Bocas Youth Writer Award winner 2022. joins us on set this morning, and we congratulate you and look forward to more of your work. You can check them out on social media at Bocas Lit Fest. Of course, you can head across to the website, bocaslitfest.com. You can get more information there about the upcoming Bocas Lit Fest, of course, about the previous winners, about the Writers' Awards, about all the various awards that the Bocas Lit Fest continues to give out to celebrate Caribbean literature on the whole. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right, guys, we take a quick break and we come back with more inside the Now Morning Show. Stick around.